All right, what is up, everyone? It is April 1st, 2021. You're running with the runners. It is April Fool's Day, but we're still here making money and helping people change the world. Ricardo, what's up, my man? How we feeling? What's going down?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain, man. Always fired up and excited. It's getting better with time, man. Getting better with time. The position that we in and the wealth that we creating, brother.
So on today's show, guys, we're going to show you, or we're going to just discuss, right? Because none of this is financial advice. We're not financial advisors, but we're just going to talk about maybe some strategies to use when taking profit in crypto. What do you do? What's your mindset when that comes to that? And we'll go over, just the whole market as a whole. So Ricardo, just set the scene here for people of the wealth transfer that is taking place and how people need to get plugged in and start, like you always say, if you're not thinking about making $1 million this year, you're dreaming too small.
Yeah, right now, the major banks, okay, folks, the major banks, are getting into this space and understand that we're still in the infancy period. Cryptocurrency hasn't even hit $2 trillion in market cap yet, okay? And the big banks are now recognizing that they made mistakes, and now they're ready to put billions of dollars into crypto. And you can see here, JP Morgan adjusts his Bitcoin target to 130,000, okay, predicting strong institutional adoption. Well, yeah, I guess so. When you got Visa and PayPal saying they're going to start accepting Bitcoin for payments here in the U.S., and you got Morgan Stanley filing to receive Bitcoin exposure of up to 25% for a dozen funds. Goldman Sachs admits they were wrong about Bitcoin. Okay. Ethereum prepares for new all-time high. Look, folks, this is where you want to be. This is where the wealth transfer is. And that's why I said, look, if you're thinking of anything less than $1 million, you're thinking too small. Because billions to trillions of dollars are going into these markets. And it's the wealth transfer because guess what? The dollar's dead. Fiat currency is dead. They're going to print another 2.3 trillion dollars for another stimulus infrastructure bill, and it's not going to stop. So, we want to help people get these assets and build wealth so we can build that new heaven on earth. We can build that new economy. We are the new pioneers. We're the new 1%. We're the one who hold the new world money, the assets. And we're going to come together and impact the world in ways that we probably couldn't even imagine, because a lot of us are in financial position because of the assets that we hold that we don't realize where we're going to be in the next year, 5 years, 10 years, and the role that we're going to play in thousands, if not millions of people's lives in all the places around the world because we're in position.
No, and that's what it's about, Ricardo. And Jesse, I got your text, and we will definitely be having a runners meetup in Salt Lake City. I loved what you said about maybe doing some sort of manifestation or mindset or meditation training. So we will definitely get that rolled out. And we're able to do these types of things because we know what's happening. We've found systems to leverage to help other people get financial freedom. So Ricardo, let me see here. We're on the right thing here. Yeah. So, guys, here's where the market cap is. Here's where the money at. Gold below 11 trillion now at 10.99. 1730 for an ounce of gold right now. Apple up a little bit today at 123. But Ricardo, I don't know how we didn't think of this before. Ricardo, can you see what the market cap of silver is right now?
Yep, 1.389 trillion.
Yes. So we mentioned the other day that the 1.9 trillion stimulus was more than the entire crypto market cap. I just realized today it was more than the entire silver market cap.
Right.
So let's be clear here about what's going on, guys, because we need to pause here and think about this.
Yeah.
The 1.9 trillion stimulus was more than the entire crypto market cap and more than the entire silver market cap.
Right.
With the stroke of a pen, Joe Biden just created more dollars than have ever gone into silver in the entire history of the world. I mean, that's crazy. And, Ricardo, just so everyone knows, I did an April Fool's joke today about how I was selling all my crypto and silver and going into the dollar. And, people that are running with us know I'm joking, and they're like, Mike would never do that. But that's what most people are doing now, is they literally hold and save dollars, and all they're doing is guaranteeing they're going to lose. I mean, that's what you're doing. You can use the dollar for sure, but when you're holding it and saving it, you are just basically saying, I want to lose, I want to be poor, I'm going to get the dollar and not get assets. Ricardo, your thoughts before we go to the crypto?
Yeah, I mean, the world has changed forever, man. I mean, the world has changed forever, and it's just exciting when you're in the right position, you're holding the right assets, and you see the major institutions acknowledging that you're in the right assets and now putting billions to trillions of dollars in these assets. But also when you have the government, I mean, continuing to kill the dollar by printing, value out of nothing. $2 trillion, backed by what? Where does it come from? Where's the value? It's unsustainable. It's, here's a real metal that you have to dig out of the ground. You have to process and refine and do all kind of things, right? And then they can just print paper on a printing press. I mean, it's unbelievable, but this is why we know we are wealthy. This is why we did the show the other night talking about asset millionaires, okay? And what amount of assets you need and what amount of crypto you need to be a millionaire, So it's very exciting moving forward, because there's no way you lose by saving gold, silver, and acquiring cryptocurrency assets, especially in this environment where they're printing trillions of dollars and the economy is, crashed and massive unemployment.
No, and without a doubt, and let's cover the crypto markets really quick before we get into what we're going to talk about. Bitcoin at 58,784, up 14% this week. Ethereum looks like it's going to break over $2,000 without a doubt, up 24% this week. I mean, and I got to be honest, Ricardo, I was getting leery of Ethereum with the gas fees and such, but right. It's flipped. People realize it's a legacy company, the first mover advantage. Everything's going to be built on Ethereum. I mean, this is what I believe. Let me go on a tangent here, guys. Trust me, I struggle with should I get out of Ethereum? It's too expensive. But what I'm seeing is all the layer 2 solutions and everything else coming in is just going to utilize Ethereum. You got to think of layers of wealth, right? We're building a new economy. So you have Bitcoin, which allows everything to be traded when no one can stop it. Now you have Ethereum with the smart contracts, and what the other layer 2 solutions are going to do is build on Ethereum, but make it cheaper and faster. And we're going to bring you guys an exclusive little tip on a blockchain that's doing that with 0 gas fees tonight. So that's really where we're headed, I think, in this whole crypto space. That's why Ethereum's up 24% this week. Binance Coin also popping off. There's so many, and that is why is Binance Coin doing this? The smart contracts and the DeFi and yield farming, guys. Literally, Ricardo and I met and had a meeting this week with one of the runners, Christopher Boyd, who has Bankroll Wealth Builders. And this brother knows what's going down when it comes to the DeFi space and yield farming. Farmers 200 years ago, guys, used to go and plant seeds in the ground. Now you can literally plant seeds in the blockchain and get yield, gains, profits, crazy stuff. And, this is what we're going to try to bring to you guys, in our membership program to show you how to profit from this yield farming. But it's completely next level stuff. Now, one thing we want to cover, Ricardo, is a lot of people don't know this, is you can take profits in crypto using stable dollars. Stable dollars are cryptos that are tied to the dollar, and they usually stay around 99 cents, a dollar, 101. They fluctuate a little bit. Tether is the #1 stable coin. Tethers, some people don't like it. It's kind of scammy, but it's very accepted everywhere, so a lot of people use it. But that's just one of them. There's literally hundreds of Cardano, will they come out with smart contracts? We'll see. If they do, that Cardano is going to pop. I love Polkadot. They're building a whole ecosystem. They're up 25% this week. People message me all the time saying, thank you for telling me about Polkadot at $8, $10. And it's a great project. All the developers are going there. XRP, Ricardo, like XRP at 57 cents would have been a big story 6 months ago. Now no one even pays attention to it.
Yeah. And I'm buying more of it.
Uniswap is the decentralized protocol for Ethereum. That is where everyone's trading. Litecoin, I love. Chainlink are the oracles that give real data to the blockchain. And Filecoin, Ricardo, nice one. I'm sorry, guys. It's up 114% this week. I missed it. We're busy with other things. You can't get them all. But to me, it's looking like buy Theta right now. Everything up, Theta down 13% for no reason, just because we were going up when everyone else was going down.
Right.
It's just up and flow, guys. So that kind of leads us into our conversation, Ricardo, is, when do you take profit? What are you strategizing here? And again, let me stress, this is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. A lot of this is going to have to come around with taxes. And the number one thing I can say is make sure you have a good tax advisor who knows what they're doing when it comes to cryptocurrency and home-based businesses. I had someone in 7K ask me questions about tax, or their tax advisor was asking me questions. I was like, bro, you need to get a new tax advisor. If he's asking me tax questions, he doesn't know what he's doing. So, we just want to put that out there. This is just ideas we're playing around with, and, we're just kind of, chatting with our group here. So Ricardo, before I get into kind of what in my own head, I've kind of broken down, I do think people need to know how to take profit and why you want to always take profit. Anything you want to add with just the whole crypto space, where we're going, these massive gains, and just the idea of make sure you take profit at some time in some way?
Yeah, I mean, the time that we're in is never promised, anything. And, taking profits is a good thing because it allows you to live a better quality of lifestyle at this present moment, so, that's why I like to take profits, because now I'm able to, do things and acquire things that I wasn't necessarily able to before. And, it's just an efficient strategy, because right now we are in a bull market, and I was talking to Mike earlier, and I was like, well, when is the bear market coming? And we're like, maybe in fall, maybe towards the winter of this, closing out this year. So you want to take some profits. You're definitely going to want to take profits and make your lifestyle a little more comfortable. You know what I mean? And and just know that nothing goes straight up. Okay. Yes, we're in a boom, but there will be a bear. And you want to make sure that you enjoyed some of the profits and gains on the way up.
So there's a couple different ways here. Number one is when you take profit, that is a taxable event according to the IRS. So you want to make sure you do your research, get a good tax account so you understand it. So Ricardo, I'm just going to lay out what I'm thinking here. Here's what I'm thinking. I like to think in fours and make things very simple. So here's my thinking I kind of keep in the back of my head is when my coin or crypto 4X's, that means goes up 400%, Ricardo. I know most people aren't used to dealing with that, but this is the reality in crypto. Like we were talking about Theta at $2. When Theta hit $8, that's a 4X. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. This is just me just thinking myself is I'm going to take 25% of that, put it back into the dollar. Now I have my initial capital out. Now I'm playing with house money. So if I put $1,000 into Theta when it was $2, when it hits 8, I pull that 1,000 out. I got that 1,000 back. I take 25% of that, and I put it into the next coin I believe in or the next project. So I started with 2,000, 8,000, right? We're talking about Theta, right? It was at $2. It definitely went to 8. It's at $12 now. So I like Polkadot, okay? So let's say I take $1,000 and put it into Polkadot. Now that other 50%, I let ride with Theta.
Yeah.
So I have my house money out. I've invested in another project to do the same thing I just mentioned. And I have 50% of my initial, stake in Theta to just let it ride. And no matter what happens, it could go up, it could go down, who knows? But I'm already good. I already got my initial profit out. I've already invested in another project the same amount. And now I still have some Theta to let it ride to see it go to the moon. So, Ricardo, what are your thoughts on that, and anything you would add to it, or why it might make sense to people?
Well, first things first, let me take a side note here, Mike. So I got, Facebook done, put me in Facebook jail to a certain degree, right? And ever since then, I've been getting all these scammers and bots that are replying to people who comment on my page. And even now, we got somebody in there, Greg Franco. I don't know who this person is, but talking about replying to everybody because they got something they're interested in, folks. Understand that the scammers and the bots are out here. I don't know who these people are. We don't know who these people are, okay? But they're always on my page. And that's when you know you made it, okay? Because, this is not my first time experiencing this, but I just want to make a mention of that.
I just blocked him. Don't worry. He's blocked from all restreams.
Okay, good. Because, I had to block 2 other guys from posts I did. They commenting all this $1,500 IG stuff. I'm like, come on, it's crazy. But no, folks, you gotta have a strategy in regards to doing this. This is not something that you just want to, put some money in and blindly and then just let it go up and then think you're gonna be good. You definitely want to have a strategy, even like Mike mentioned. If you got some gains, especially if it's 400%. What I like to do, if I see something go up, let's say I get something today and it goes up 100%. If I don't take profits, somebody will, and the coin is going to drop. And then I'm going to say, oh man, why didn't I take something? Because if anything, I could have took a little bit, maybe 25%, and then bought back in the dip and then added to my position, okay? Which means I would have had more of the asset. So anytime you see something go up, especially like 100% a day, okay, somebody going to take profits. It's going to do at least 25% correction. Okay, sometimes that's what it looks like. It's no guarantees. Okay, but you definitely want to you want to have a strategy with that. And I agree with you, Mike. If some go up 4x, you have 3 different jars. Here's my reinvest pot. Here's my enjoy the money pot, and here's the rest I leave in or whatever have you. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, and it comes down to, like I said, with getting rich, right? Getting rich doesn't happen from you taking 10 grand and throwing it all in on black at Vegas, right? It doesn't come in from one hot, stock or crypto tip. It's from over time doing the right thing in small moves. So, what I do is make small moves, right? If a coin goes up, I might take 10% profit. I might take 20% profit. I'm not like moving in and out like, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. It's the RSI and the daily moving average of 20 is going here, so I'm going to take 10,000 and move it to here, and then 20 grand to here. Like, I'm not into that, right? It's just small moves of, okay, I don't try to predict. I react to what happens. So that's just kind of the mindset thing that I like to do. Yeah, you got to take profit, guys, and that's just like a mindset thing I've learned in life is always take profit. If you're able to go on vacation, go on vacation. If you're able to do something nice for your family or your friends or start a nonprofit, then do that. Don't wait and be like, oh, well, a year from now, I'll do this. 5 years from now, I'm going to do this. No, guys, manifest whatever you want to do right now, because this is it. Tomorrow never comes. Like, start planning the life and the dreams that you want to have happen. And crypto is just a way to leverage that.
Yeah, I think that if something is hesitant, like for me, it might have been greed. You're like, nah, I don't want to take that out. I want to ride this thing all the way to the moon until it makes me a millionaire. Yep. Right. But it will, most, certain coins will continue to rise in value, but they're going to correct. There's going to be a downturn. It might be a few months before it goes back. I mean, you never know, so you do want to take some of your profits, enjoy life, okay? Because there's no telling what the landscape of this environment or economy is going to be, and you want to stay liquid. And then, of course, obviously, if you do take profits, right, you might want to put it back into precious metals, right?
No, and I think Courtney Johnson, we didn't pay you tonight, but you led us right into this, right? So Courtney said, are y'all taking profits straight to stable coin, to fiat? If not, what are the other options? So here's my two best options, Courtney. Number one, like Ricardo said, is, and here's what I'm kind of teaching my team, is take 10% of your crypto gains and put it into physical silver. You're taking 10% of your money, putting it into real money that you can physically hold and touch. And you can do that with 7K Metals. 7K Metals allows you to use the BitPay app to send Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Ricardo,
Yes.
Dogecoin. You can literally buy silver at 7K Metals with Dogecoin, Binance Stable Dollar, Gemini, and a couple other stable coins.
Bitcoin Cash.
Bitcoin Cash is the best one to use. It's the quickest and the cheapest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm recommending to people is 10% of your crypto gains. You make $100 in crypto, take 10 of it, put it in the Sound Money wallet into cash, buy gold or silver, whatever you want. Super simple, super easy. We've made videos on how to do this. But the other thing is other than stable coins is, let me bring this up here, Ricardo. This is one that, you and I love is, guys, and we're going to post a video from Robert Kiyosaki you have to watch about taxes and crypto. And he is all about being in debt. Like most people say debt's bad, but there's good debt and there's bad debt. And I love the Celsius platform. If you're not utilizing this, you do not know what you are missing. You can earn 13.3% a year on stable coins. You can literally borrow from your crypto. No withdrawal fees, no origination, no credit checks. This is crypto on your. So I just wanted you guys to understand how you can borrow cash. So like what Robert Kiyosaki did was he had to use real estate. And I love real estate, but it's hard for normal people to get into that. So you can literally take loans for 1% APR. And I mean, this is unbelievable, Ricardo. So let's say, Ricardo, let's say somebody has 10 Ethereum and they want to take a loan out for 6 months at 25% loan to value. You can borrow basically $5,000 at 1% for 6 months, and you're going to pay $18.53 in interest. Now, what you do with that $5,000 is up to you, Ricardo. You might buy more crypto. You might put it in Copy Pro Traders. You might pay off debt with it. I don't know what you're going to do with it. That's why you have to be smart and have a plan. But maybe just explain to people.
Oh, we lost.
How amazing. I mean, Celsius, and I know you've used Nexo. Yeah. I mean, this is like next level wealth building that most people don't even know about.
Yeah. I got some things going on, and I had to think about, certain decisions that I was making because what I'm doing is not necessarily credit friendly in the sense that when you think about credit, folks, we think about dealing with fiat. We think about going with the banks, dealing with their system. The new economy is giving us a little more liberty, a little more freedom, a little more control, right? And like Mike said, that's an option where your cryptocurrency, which is an asset that is increasing in value, okay, you can use that as collateral, okay, and then, get a loan. And you talk about that 1%, folks. 1%. Try to go to the bank and get you a 1% loan. That's the rate banks are getting at. Actually zero pretty much, right? And then no credit check, okay? And then you could do up to, I think, about 60%. So if you got a, 10,000 or 1,000, 60% of that you can borrow. So you still have your asset that's sitting there gaining interest, okay? And now you got some new funds to play with where if you're smart, you're going to have that money make more money for you. You pay back the loan. Now you even have, more money, and you still got your assets. Okay. So that's what I've been doing with Nexo. Nexo is another platform just like it, where you can borrow against your crypto, still have your assets there. And, it's, 1%, 5% for the year, right? And you still have your money. You still have your assets. This is how you leverage your assets to build more wealth. That's what it's about. When we talk about exchanging your crypto, take your crypto and don't go on a vacation, okay? Especially if you took out a loan on it, right? Take your crypto and put it somewhere where it's going to create more cash flow for you or more profits for you to put you in a more stable and better financial position. So, yeah, Celsius and Nexo are great places where you can put your crypto there, stake it, and get a interest on your money and take out a loan on it.
So, Yolanda, I think it was Yolanda. Yeah. What's the minimum loan on Celsius? It's very low. I mean, almost to what would make sense to you. So right now I put in 1 Ethereum. You could go 50% loan to value and get almost $1,000 off of your Ethereum. So your cost per month is 3.65. Your APR is 6.71, and you can pay that all in crypto. You can pay that in holding their own token Celsius that you're literally earning interest on. So I mean, imagine this, Ricardo, right? I bought Celsius at 10 cents. It's like $5 today. So when I, borrow for a loan, I'm paying them in Celsius. That's worth 5 something today. So I just created so much wealth that I'm able to leverage now. And if I'll pull up the video to send to people. You have to watch this Robert Kiyosaki video. It's all about using good debt to acquire more assets. That's what he's doing. And that's what Celsius, Nexo, and other, platforms that we're using allow you to do. And so this is, what we did in Copy Pro Traders is we taught people of if you want to trade on a cryptocurrency exchange, don't sell your Bitcoin into Tether. That's a taxable event. Put your Bitcoin or Ethereum in Celsius, borrow against it, then use that to trade with Copy Pro Traders.
Right, exactly. Because, the whole thing is, like I said, I don't sell assets. If I don't have to, now I take some profits. Well, you got to take some profits and enjoy life and, buy things and feel better about what's going on. It's summertime. They didn't try to keep us cooped up in the house for a whole year or so with this pandemic. Okay. So no, you definitely, want to take profits and enjoy, the money and enjoy your wise investment, So, this is what it's about. It's about lifestyle. It's about lifestyle and a better quality of life. So, yeah.
And again, guys, like, we're not going to get specific about do this every time this happens and take profit, because it's up. First of all, we're not financial advisors. Second of all, it depends on you and, whatever you want. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not taking profit in Theta. I'm just not. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Theta will go to nothing and I'll feel like an idiot, but I'm not taking profit in Theta. Now, a lot of cryptos that I do, though, that are lower ones. Oh, we got to give them that gem, Ricardo. I forgot about that. Let me get that pulled up. But again, guys, like, we can't give you an absolute of you should do this no matter what. We're just shooting ideas of kind of what we do and what we think. So this will be the last one we will share tonight. And I think I've talked about this before, Ricardo. But Ethereum gas fees are insane. And, a lot of the stuff tonight, we're going to work out and show you guys how to do this in our courses, under, a lot of people need step-by-step stuff. But MoonSwap, Ricardo, when I started talking about this, I mean, it was down in 60 cents area. And it went up to about 255 and is on a dip, so it's not a bad time to buy at 186.
Yeah, it's a good time.
But this is a cryptocurrency platform that allows you to basically trade with zero gas fees. Next generation protocol that means DEX is a decentralized exchange, high speed and zero gas changes, or zero gas. I literally mean $0, guys. Those of you that are getting burnt on Ethereum, I mean, I know one dude who spent over 20 grand this year, Ricardo, on gas fees on Ethereum. He's literally spending more on gas fees than people make for their annual salary.
Right.
So MoonSwap is only, what did I see? It was 768. And Ricardo, there's only 18.6 million of these tokens. So less than Bitcoin, and it's at $1.95 right now. And I'm pretty sure we've talked about this at least one time on the runners, back when it was 60 cents. But do people listen, and will they get educated? So if there's enough people that want this, you know, Ricardo and I will do some sort of a Zoom where we will teach people how to utilize and leverage this. Oh, and did I mention, Ricardo, I'm making about 300% APY. Is that good?
Where they do that at?
Is your bank paying you 300% APY? Anyone out there?
Folks, oh man, I'm telling you, the wealth transfer is real. In this space, he said 300%, folks. Where you gonna make 300% on your money just sitting somewhere? Yield farming, MoonSwap. Next level, man. Decentralized finance. Folks, it's wealth all around you. It's wealth and opportunity all around you.
See, and that's why, you know, you guys got to get plugged in. This is happening. So you see links, you know, wherever you're watching. Join the Runners Facebook group. Whenever we're ready to train and show people how to do this, we'll drop the information. You know, if you want to try to learn by yourself, you're more than welcome to, guys. The YouTube's out there. We don't need school anymore. You don't need college. Okay. If you want to be successful, all the tools are out there. Find people who will mentor you, who are showing you, you know, the things to do, and the information's out there. And that's what we're about, is helping people find a better way.
Yep. I agree. So look, folks, man, this is a fire show. You know, the value that we bring, I'm telling you, it's classic, it's epic. You know, we show the markets because we like to document the collapse or the wealth transfer. Okay. You know, we show the, you know, crypto market cap. You know, we show sometime the US debt clock. Okay. Because we want people to realize what's taking place. Because understand something. Time is in our favor, and we just getting started. You know, the runners have been running for a little over 7 months now. And I mean, it's going to come 12 months. They're going to come 24 months, 36 months. And then you look back, right? People say, well, what's your 3-year plan? What's your 5-year plan? Okay. I want you to understand that, you know, in my honest, true to heart belief, you know, and if I had to be the most modest with it, in 5 years, okay, everybody who watching this stream, who running with the runners, should be minimum 6 figures, if not 7 to 8 figures wealthy. Okay. Yep. Because of the assets. We're talking about silver. Okay. We're talking about gold. We're talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about home-based business. We're talking about cash flow. And that's where it's at. Because most people don't have a 5-year plan. You know, most people are looking for a job because that's what everybody's been taught. But that's the old way. That don't work anymore. It's the connectors. It's the connectors that are going to be the new 1%, that are changing the world, that are going to be the pioneers and the entrepreneurs. And that's what we're doing. We're helping people find ways to build wealth, okay, in precious metal assets and crypto by leveraging centralized and decentralized platforms. And we just getting started. We just getting started, folks. This I just get excited because I like to think ahead. I like vision and foresight. And I'm telling you, we 6 months in, 7 months in, folks. It's crazy.
I mean, every day I'm just blessed and amazed at, you know, what's going on. If you guys want to help and support us and you believe in this mission, the runners.shop, you can get your merch. We got t-shirts, champion hoodies, mugs, We've got the MUM, Mindset Uplift Manifest Momentum, with what we're doing. So again, that's the runners.shop if you guys want to change the culture and really just be about what you believe in. And that's how we change the world, right? It's through our mindset, through manifesting, and just showing people there's a better way. So Ricardo, I'm good. I know people are probably like, well, what do I do now? Join the Runners Facebook group.
Right.
If you need links for Nexo, for Celsius, we have all that already in the groups. And you know, if you want us to help you and train you, use one of our links and we'll eventually get you there. But our big vision is to really build a community and an education platform to where we can bring on as many people as possible, given, you know, limited time that's here. But yeah, Melissa's right, and what Ricardo said is spot on. Is we are the connectors, guys. That's what this is about. Is we're in a new economy. We no longer need jobs. Everyone's going to eventually wake up to this. It's just a matter of time. So it's just how soon do you want to start getting real wealth and helping other people rather than enriching corporations and the elites and the governments around the world? Ricardo, we good?
You're good, brother. Fire show. Look, lace up. Let's get wealthy. We out.